Hello, and welcome to today's Capital Stream Basics podcast. So I'm just going to go quickly through the types of things that we can fund under the capital grant stream. They are equipment, new construction, renovations or repairs to community spaces, outdoor installations, and the purchase of land or a building. The amount range for the grant size is a minimum of $5,000 up to a maximum of $150,000. The project, the most that it can take is up to 1 year. And like many other funders, we have a 10% holdback. That means 10% of the funding will be held back to be paid upon satisfactory review of your final report. The types of costs that OTF can provide capital funding for are construction or renovation, so things like repairs, renovations, or construction costs, as well as permanent equipment costs. Equipment, capital purchases that are not part of a building and are directly related to the project. Land or property purchase, the direct purchase cost of land or property. And developmental costs, costs associated with construction, such as the development of plans, legal fees, or survey costs. These costs can be up to a maximum of 20% of your total OTF grant request. All costs funded by the OTF must be eligible and directly attributable to the project. OTF limits capital funding to $150,000 for any single eligible project to effectively respond to the broad need for capital funding in Ontario's voluntary sector. What sort of things do we not fund? OTF cannot fund contributions to annual funding drives and capital campaigns, activities completed or incurred prior to the approval of the request by OTF. For example, costs include the cost to get quotes, line drawings, etc., incurred prior to the approval of your grant, or in order to get necessary documentation to apply for the grant. Under the capital stream, we do not pay for staff salaries, benefits, or wage costs. Taxes such as GST and HST, for which the recipient is eligible for a tax rebate, are not eligible costs, nor are contingency costs or overhead and administration costs.